throughout the trip. It was like that struggle was not necessarily what was the reason why, in my opinion, I went, because I wanted to feel alive. Paradoxically, that's what made me feel alive, that struggle and that desire to struggle and push for something that was bigger than me, which was the mountain. So
my name is Jonathan Mulhacen, I'm 22.
my name's Michael.
I'm Kalen. I'm an employee here at the Boulder Park. I knew it was quite a challenge. I knew it was quite the distance, so I knew that it wasn't going to be easy. I knew it was a bit of a test of the will, so I knew that, you know, we had to have our A game when we got there.
Starting the trek as well, I didn't find it so hard, although we did kind of pick a peak time in the sun. At least we won't be walking in the shade, right, or in the darkness.
So what's up, Keelan?
Yeah.
What's
That's at 1,800 meters. Looking down, we got the Rio Norte down there. We are going to cross over until we get to Rio Veleta, and they cross. We're coming together, and at that point we go onto the right-hand side up to the Refugio Poqueria, up in the distance there, and that's 2,500 meters.
Sick.
Just taking a little rest in the shadows and shade.
So, in case you wondered why the sound is not the best, it's because my mic was just falling, including with the camera on the ground. Thanks God I just have this little crack and a few on the front of the lens. Thanks God I managed to land it on my feet, and then it went on the ground. So the camera and the lens works perfectly, but unfortunately we're gonna use the camera mic. What to do? Part of the wildlife.
The beginning was actually really enjoyable because it was a different approach that I had done previously, much more difficult than the approach I'd done previously, but a much nicer approach. Down at the bottom, when you're walking through the bottom of the valley, you're walking alongside the river, it's a very nice breeze, you can get the humidity, you've got the shade cover, you've got the river crossings, you've got all sorts of different areas. Right, so just had a little break. We had a little dip in the river, refreshed, coldness of the river, perfect for the muscles. This little spot is 1,855 meters. It's a second river crossing. We're going up 700 meter rise now. We'll be going up to the Refugio, and then we've got one more river crossing before we go to the finish.
Nice.
Little snack break, little water break, got some river water, we're good to go.
How high is it?
This right here, 1,855. The Refugio, first one, 2,500 meters.
Let's do that.
Place to go.
Let's go. Ready, guys?
Let's do it, man.
Rock and roll.
And then once we ended that vegetation part, that's when like the real struggle began, which was probably at like, I would say 4 o'clock or something. And that was when it was just like pure struggle.
Easy breezy.
It's beautiful, what a time, man. Very
Having fun?
big, nice breeze. It's nice and cool. You know, it's not too hot.
Just the terrain as well.
Yeah.
It's just been so different.
Super green down that area right next to the river. And we'll see as it goes up.
And also the inclines have been rather gradual and
Yeah.
like sharp. They've been sharp at points.
Yeah. And then it just
gradual,
mellows out.
Mellows out. Now we're on a sharp one, I think.
Yeah? What? It says we're about to pick up some serious elevation, which is what I said, the next 700 meters.
But this is insane.
This is beautiful.
This is beautiful. Pure nature, guys.
As we started to gain elevation and get into the colder, more trickier areas where there were maybe like ravines and no clear markings to paths, that's when I started to kind of lose my head a little, and I started to feel a little bit of altitude sickness, so like dizziness and like clumsiness.
This is your flight cabin crew for the EasyJet Mulhacen 295. We have now reached an altitude of 2,000 meters. We hope to reach 3,000 meters soon. Thank you and have a safe flight.
Shadow gives it away after the rest of it. There it goes. What a beast. The fuck. Man, V7's like that, isn't it?
How are you guys?
I'm fine.
Stretched, but
Stretched?
good.
Stretch thin.
Stretched thin, but good, man. It's a really good workout. Like when you stop and you literally
The
like
altitude though, man.
get everything sort of in order.
I
You
mean,
feel good.
when there's a bit of a breeze, a bit of shade, and
Yeah.
then see there's a river next to you, man.
I tap it,
There's
you
no
know,
reason to
the
stop.
difference in heat as soon as we're
Hey,
not
as soon as
right
we're
next
up
to the
on
river.
this. We're suffering here. We should move, yeah.
Yeah, bonito, man. Nuts, this.
All right, so
Have you zoomed into the sheep to show you?
yeah, I tried my best.
Ah.
So, Mr. Kaylan,
Yeah.
on what altitude are we?
Right now, the watch says 2,175. We've got about 100 meters of distance left to the refugio, but it's probably about 200 meters of altitude, so we're going to be folding back on ourselves. Not long now to get to the first refugio. As you can see, the mountains in the distance, like I said, we're at 2,100, and the mountains in the distance are at 1,878. So we're significantly higher than what that is actually right now.
Unbelievable.
And it'll only get more and more and more. Like you'll start looking down on that mountain.
All right. Ready to rock and roll, guys?
Ready
do
to
it,
rock
man.
and roll.
Let's hit the refugio.
Yeah. Definitely moments where we struggled. Definitely moments where your legs feel like they weigh a lot more than normal.
Even before the refugio, I was finding it really difficult to breathe, and one of the big things was I was taking like 2 or 3 steps and just stopping for a while. And I remember, I think I was with Tamas at the time, and like it was really good to have him there, because ultimately, like, I don't think I would have necessarily pushed through some of the bits with like the negative thinking I had. I would have just sat down and let myself like proper slouch out for a bit, and then maybe have walked up to the refugio. But yeah, getting there was a relief, and seeing you guys there as well, like, oh, it's so nice to have an actual establishment in the middle of nowhere.
That's it. That's it. Guys, I'm barely able to record this because this is tough. This is
the easy bit.
This is the serious one. Yeah.
Nah, this is the tough one.
Yeah, definitely. The boys are still
Taking their time.
making the decision.
Yeah, they're wondering whether they're going to finish it or they're going to go back.
Yeah. Searching for the helicopter where it's gonna land to take them down. But apparently, there's no helicopter. So you have to do it. You have to do it no matter what. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. But absolutely worth it. Beautiful. Hello, bro. How are you doing there?
Mate, we've had an absolute trek, man. This past like 400 meters has just been treacherous. It's been so steep, deal. But it's been great because we edged out our own path, which was quite nice and quite adventurous on that front. But definitely super challenging, man.
What is our altitude?
Right now we're at 2,485 meters.
Sick. The moment of truth. We see the house. It's just there. Oh my goodness. How cool it is. Oh Jesus. Nice. Look at that. Like a hotel. It's definitely for us. Few steps. So Michael, what is happening? Why Johnny left?
Okay. So Johnny, I think he's got a bit of altitude sickness, and he's slightly lost it. So we're deciding to trek another 3 kilometers up, closer to the summit, and basically we are just detaching from Johnny. I'm going to continue up, and Johnny's just going to find a nice little area.
Just right here, yeah, and we carry on
So we're
almost to the top.
I think we're going to hit maybe like 2.7, hopefully. But we've got less than an hour till sunset.
And where are we now? Which altitude?
So right now we're at 2,590. So
200 meters
we're aiming to hit 200 meters in about
all the way up there
an hour.
in 1 hour.
So I wanted to go up Mulhacen with the boys. Like, I didn't want to cop out early on, and I kind of felt like if we would stop at Refugio, the next day I would be able to summit. However, my feelings as I arrived there, I was recuperating and I could tell I wasn't in a good place. But I thought to myself, in half an hour I'll be feeling better, no? Half an hour later and I was still wheezing, I was still dizzy, could barely walk. Like, even just normal things were costing me a lot of breath.
Looking back now, I don't think we should have left him there on his own, because I mean, like, we came as a group, so we go as a group.
It was probably the best decision because those last 2 hours to the where we camped up were really, really strenuous and difficult. And honestly, I don't know if he would have pushed to the end. So probably made the best decision. We weren't, not in the best mood to split up. Didn't want to leave any man on his own either. But he was in safe hands right near the refugio, and we had the 3 of us with a goal to achieve. So we decided it was best. We left him with one of the tents, and the 3 of us continued onto the lake.
Okay, do it. Boom! Bro, this is what we came for, no? This is what we came for.
This is what I come all this way for. Beauty. Anytime soon, but yeah, it's got to be within the next 5-10 minutes. So
How we are 2,800.
2,850 now, possibly.
It's you can feel in the air.
I can feel it in the air, definitely.
It's very hard to
Every
breathe.
single step now, it's coming up to 10 p.m. We've been hiking for 10 hours with a few stops. Every single step hurts. The bag weighs like a ton, you know, but we're determined. We've got to set our tents up. Determined to reach the lake, and then let's go.
Yeah. So the next video will be from the tent.
From the tent, yeah, I think we'll be more comfortable, more relaxed.
Definitely. So see you up there, guys.
See you. So do you wanna? Right, so we have made it to about 50 meters from the lake.
It's up there, just basically.
It's just above this ridge. Okay, we've got the refugio here, up at the top of the mountain peak, and there you can see the Mulhacen peaks. Right, Mulhacen up here. Right, so we're gonna stay here for the night. Oh, I'm out of battery.
Oh, so it's a sign.
We're staying here.
It's a sign.
Yeah, we stay here.
It's nice and flat, so that's why we made the decision. There's nothing worth to go up to the lake.
No, because it might not be
in
as good. This
a
looks like
tilted
it's
surface.
And also the winds are pretty calm.
Okay, let's get off the tents.
Woohoo! And let's cook carbonara. Carbonara.
We're gonna do a video of the
Yeah, oh, we will.
The night was fine. It went by really quickly for me. We sort of set up camp, had something to eat, tried to sleep, but it was too rough. The winds were too rough, and you know, I think it was just a bit of a sleepless, anxious night.
We set up the camp in darkness with head torches, which was not ideal. It was okay, but not ideal. Very, very cold by that stage. Could feel it in my legs. Just wanted to get wrapped up in the sleeping bag. I'm very tired, you know, once you'd finished walking for 10 hours and finally got to sat down, finally got some food in your body and everything, you know, feeling alive again. Really, really, really exhausted. And then sit down, set your alarm, you know, there's only 5 hours sleep. It was pretty tiring.
Morning, Keelan. What time is it?
Supposedly 5:45.
The morning was fun. It was fun because we had sort of ditched that anxiety whereby we were just thinking about the end result, which was like summiting. So I think there was like an aura of excitement, but also like extreme tiredness. That I think that extreme tiredness helped us not remember how tired we were, paradoxically. So I think that was a good thing.
All right, dream team.
What's up?
Are you ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
I'm not ready.
That's too honest.
Let's do it. We are here, so we have to do it. We have to do
We're not
it.
gonna go back.
There's
now.
no exit, guys. This is the beauty of this. There is no exit.
Feeling the weight of my bag for the first time in like 10 hours or whatever it's been.
We will push each other.
My shoulders are killing me.
Yeah.
Like right up here, it's like putting this on this morning is just killing me.
Shoulder, legs.
Looking forward to it. Oh, I've got my towel around my shorts.
Oh, I think you need to explain
It
it.
has a
My
kilt.
kilt.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Keelan put extra challenge in this.
Wim Hof.
Definitely. All right, let's do it, guys.
Okay.
So there is the one, and our camp was somewhere down there. So nothing. We did a great job yesterday, guys.
Hey, that lake is what kept us going.
The lake is what kept us
We
going.
kept going past one peak, another small peak. Ah, it's gonna be the next one. And then we finally reached this sort of lake area. And then we were like, yes,
It's called
we
Lago,
reached it.
Lago del Majano.
Lago del Majano.
Yeah, Lago del Majano, salud. There wasn't really a question of not getting there. I knew that I had to get there. It's like a test of the will, but I knew I really had to keep pushing.
Mr. Michael,
Injury.
¿qué pasa?
Pulled the ligament or a muscle or something. For sure. Just in the inside left knee, man. But there's no way I'm giving up now, man.
We'll get to the top even if we have to carry him, right? There's no way we're not doing this now.
No, man, I'm going to the top. Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I'm sitting it out.
Have some fresh coffee.
We miss you, Johnny. You are here with us. Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
I
it.
reckon ETA 1 hour from here. So fingers crossed now.
Sweet, but the view
Is beautiful.
spectacular.
So initially I called my dad because I wasn't feeling well, as you do, you know, and I was like, hey dad, can you pump me this, that and the other. His girlfriend's a scuba diver, and upon finding out that I was altitude sick, she contacted a friend of hers who lives in the Sierra, and basically they said I should either drop elevation or find a nice bed to sleep in for the night, or else I should get off the mountain. And we were weighing up the choices, whether I should call the Guardia Civil and get taken out by a car, or whether I should wait out the night and stay in the refugio. And I'd expressed that, I couldn't get a place in the refugio. It was a whole issue in its own. So basically I set up a camp, and I slept in that camp for a little until my dad told me that he had found me a spot in the refugio after speaking to, I think it was Jose or something, who's a really nice guy who worked there.
I can't believe. Guys,
I've got my eyes on the peak. We're 20 meters away. All the way to the finish now. No stopping.
terrible. Michael, you made it.
Made it, man.
Bloody hell.
I've just been hallucinating. The altitude.
Boom. I know.
I wanted to carry on. I was not leaving. Like, someone would have to drag me up the mountain. You know, like, I was gonna touch that top of the mountain. I was gonna reach 3,482. Like, there was no way that I was turning back. No way, no way.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. One of the best feelings that exists, I think, getting up to the top and, you know, finally being able to rest and being able to say we've done it, is second to none, you know.
A great release, like, I would say, like, yes, okay, we made it, we struggled, but the struggle gave us the happiness that and made us finish, you know. So that was great. Yeah.
Tell me, Michael, what have you wrote?
So something that I thought about yesterday when climbing up before camping. So
That's the official top.
we did not come here to summit. We came here to struggle. The summit is a byproduct of our endeavor. So that's pretty much what I've taken away from this trip right now.
Great. Awesome. Date and time?
Day and time, 9:56 a.m. 10:07:22. We're gonna leave it in here.
Perfect. Sweet. Yeah, just place it there just for the video.
Inside there.
Great. That's a feather start there. Yeah. Nice. Let's have a coffee.
Definitely, an amazing, enjoyable experience. 2 days out in nature, 2 days no contact. Camping. It feels so good.
I had a great time. Really sad that Johnny couldn't come with us to the top. And overall, I think it was a great experience and something that I would definitely repeat. Yeah, it's and something that I recommend to everyone. Maybe slightly go more prepared and don't underestimate the mountain, but I think I would definitely repeat and recommend to people who are keen on adventure.
But I think the lesson I took from this whole trip was, firstly, don't underestimate Mother Nature. She will fuck you over in every way if you just one little undersight, right? Like, secondly, go with a good group of mates who understand the surroundings and are strong, which thankfully we did do. And thirdly, don't fuck with altitude either. Like 500 meters a day, take a rest. 500 meters, take a rest. If you feel ill, stop, go down elevation. Something that I didn't really heed, something that we were just going in that military mindset to some extent of like, let's just get this elevation, let's see what we're capable of. And I like that we did that, to be honest. It was definitely eye-opening to what we're capable of.
Are you gonna do it again?
I'd love to do it again, and personally my dream is to do it in winter. And to think that, I haven't been able to summit in summer, and if I were able to summit in winter, it would refill me with all that, like, maybe where, like, now I've lost a bit of confidence, I've been hit a little, my ego, from having that altitude sickness and not being able to top out. It's given me more of a fire, more to love the region, like, more reasons to come back.
Yeah, it was fun.